What's good, y'all? Hope everybody's doing well today. Can y'all hear me now? Anybody hear me? I unmuted myself and I turned myself on, so I'm hoping I can be heard. I see we got some good people in this thing. We got JAB, Van Lee. We got above average thing, man. We got a good little crew right here. Okay. All right, they say we good now. Let's go and check this guy out. So y'all already know what the hell the deal is, man. Myron and Fresh had Nick Fuentes on, who is a known white supremacist. They allowed him to do all kind of say all kind of little silly stuff. The women on there didn't make it any better. And we're gonna go ahead and see what a few of the things are that they said. This one right here is by one of the Dick Rider Fresh and Fit channels, and I think it's called Back to the Roots or something. And it says Myron calls out Lazy 304, says immigrants have easier life. So let's go and get to it and see what we think. Let's go.
Based on race, people have different features, different looks, different skin tones, hell, even different muscle fibers. African Americans, we know, have more muscle fibers, which is why it's easier for them to build muscle mass than other races, etc. Right?
All right, y'all. So listen to the way Myron talks. Listen to the way Myron talks. What's good, Victor? So listen to how he just said, yeah, so we all know races are different. African Americans, for instance, they have different muscle fibers and stuff like that. Like, he's not talking like, this is us. He's talking like, yeah, that's them, and I'm an Arabian. Let's listen to it one more time. Just because I'm just letting y'all know, man, Myron is not black. There's no way. There's no way Myron's black, bro. There's no way. We're going to rewind that for you.
Based on race, people have different features, different looks, different skin tones, hell, even different muscle fibers. African Americans have more fast-twitch muscle fibers, which is why it's easier for them to build muscle mass than other races, etc. Right? Height levels, whatever.
Yeah, bro. He's not. Yeah, he's talking about them as if it's not him also. So that lets you know. So that to me tells a story about Myron. I think it's like Freudian slips every time Myron talks about black people. He'll like be reminded to keep his lie going and be like, oh yeah, I'm a black guy too, so it's different. But it's like, bro, the jig is up, bro. Like, we know you ain't black. You look like Jafar from Aladdin, bro. Ain't no goddamn way you're black, bro. I don't care what anybody says. Let's get it.
Ever. So what he's saying is that on the physiology side, we're all different. Yeah. And a lot of the times races have a lot of similarities. Then he went on to say, well, we also have different IQs. Since we have different IQs, it would make sense, and the logical conclusion would be our brains are as well. Right. Because if we're different physically, right, and a component of your brain is obviously your IQ, then we probably have different brains as well, because on average, right, the races have different IQs. We know Asians are at the top, whites are in the middle, and then blacks are on the lower end typically. But he's saying if our IQs are low.
So what do you guys think about that? Do you guys think that because our muscle fibers and whatnot are different, that obviously our organs and stuff would be different? Like, like we run around, like, y'all remember Blade? I think it was Blade 2, and they had them different kind of super vampires, and they like opened them up and it was a different type of body versus the regular vampires. Y'all think it's like that? Or do you guys think that everybody kind of gets the standard issue organs and whatnot? You get the regular brain, you get the regular heart. Maybe your heart's a little bigger, just something depending on who you are. I don't know, but for the most part, I just think it's just pretty normal. I think besides, how we gain more muscle faster and have better fast twitch muscles and whatnot, more athletic. I think that's kind of like the only things that are really different. I think everything else for the most part is the same. And then I think it kind of depends on the person, whether or not they're stupid or smart, whatnot. Some people's all that shit doesn't fire off. So yeah, we got some people that are actually, low IQ and all that. But I don't really agree with them. And as far as like, them saying Asians are, the smartest IQ and then whites come after that, we all know that Asian culture is, based extremely, it's really based around like academics and whatnot, and how well you do in school, or you're worthless to the community if you don't get a good job and all that kind of stuff. So it's just a whole totally different thing. I think it's what people find important. What do they deem important? So I don't think that Asian people have a high IQ just because they just genetically just got that. I don't think so. We all know that. We obviously know that white people don't. We see white people every day that are doing dumb stuff. But I see Asian people every day that are just normal. But let's keep going. All right, well, we got some good comments right here. Let's see what we got. AB says, where's the facts? Above average Joe says, it's really just two takes. I mean, who takes education? Exactly. Exactly what I said. Eddie Long says, I think he's a whole clown. I agree with you. Derek, what's good with you, bro? Yo, Victor Costa says, I watched the whole old documentary right here on YouTube that explains how they are Aryan, not black. I mean, or Arabian. I don't know if he means Arabian or Aryan. And then Miguel Maldonado Jr. says he invited lots of black women today. Wow, yeah, he tried to get them optics looking a certain way. So, you know, people would be like, oh well, yeah, you know, these people right here, they're obviously not that smart and they're black. So yeah, you know, we can keep that narrative going that the blacks are not that smart. How the okay, Derek said, look at the super chat on the screen. This is for Nick. Been following Nick for a long time. He's very that's crazy, and that's black woman. Derek, is that a black woman, bro? Derek. Van Lee, Freudian slip, bro. Right. He said, I feel sorry for 12 to 15 year old. I agree, man. Like, I think any young white dude that's following Nick, I guess I understand it. You're kind of still pathetic. But if you're a grown man and you follow Nick, I think you are pathetic. And I think if you know you're a really grown man that's at an advanced age, you follow Nick, his every word, I think the world would be okay if you know you jumped off a bridge or something, to be honest. Oh, okay. Victor says no, but they are considered Aryans. Okay. Ha! Derek said, nah, she ain't black. She's Myron. Oh man, yeah. So you Myron sister, you ain't black. But let's get it.
Well, that by definition means that our brains are different as well. So that's, I think, the logical conclusion he came to.
Right, but again, that's
point,
just not factual. He said it with so much conviction, and that's the problem with people like him. They say things that are opinionated, that isn't necessarily factual, and say it with so much conviction that logically it follows, but there's no science that backs that up.
I agree with that. I think that's the case with Nick Fuentes. He says everything so matter of fact that it seems like, oh yeah, that's real, and then it's like, you know, he's white on top of that, so that white is right thing goes on. And I think Myron and Fresh do that as well. Fresh, not so much. He doesn't seem that confident. But when Myron says something, even though he might be just flat ass wrong, just it seems right because he's saying it so matter of fact that he's not wavering at all in his confidence or nothing like that. But check the super chat right here. It says, Doris, shout out to FNF for hosting Nick on my B-Day. Nick, you say you have a lot of support from Black Hispanic. That's crazy, man. So this dude's happy about somebody hosting Nick Fuentes on his birthday. That's pathetic. Then you send in $50 on your birthday. That's even more pathetic. But let's get it.
Like me.
Yeah.
Oh. What is that
with
supposed to be?
Like
White people?
Asians are trained differently. They're trained to.
Nick, do you have anything to respond? Did that make sense?
Yeah, no, that's exactly right.
If the physiology is the same, that means, and IQs are different, that means, oh, well, the brains are probably different too. That's what he's trying to say.
I agree with what
to Nick's point, he did also say that before God are equal.
Yes.
And which that is fact.
Okay, go ahead.
So I think it's very important for people to understand, especially, and I'm not saying this in a classist way, I understand education is privilege, but if you don't have the education of knowing how to interpret research correctly, you're going to be very hindered with the way that you think about life. We have to understand that correlation does not always equal causation. So humans like to think very linearly. Oh, racial groups have different stratifications of standardized test scores, for example, which means this is wrong, but races must inherently genetically be different in intelligence. That is an incorrect statement. Correlation does not equal causation. The reasons are oftentimes multifaceted: opportunity, resources, childhood, family life, home life, so on and so forth. I have never heard any type of research that shows there's a genetic difference between the races and their intelligence. I wouldn't even know how to physically measure, like, is it the neuronal connections? Is it the glucose utilization in the brain that is making the IQ higher? I don't know what that would be. I've never read those studies.
Yeah, we don't even got to go there because there's no way that we can even prove that as a fact sitting at this table. That's like a losing argument right there. We can keep going. No, we can't because you're not a scientist, Bill.
We can't because look,
a science guy.
The literature.
I agree with that. We ain't going in people's brains and seeing what all is going on in there. Nick Fuentes is not a scientist. I actually think Nick Fuentes is actually kind of dumb. I don't know if Nick Fuentes does this more so as a grift because white people were eating this up, or if he really believes this stuff. But if he really believes this stuff, I would have to go that I think Nick Fuentes is, you're kind of dumb, bro. You're pretty stupid and you're inexperienced in life. What is Nick Fuentes, like 23 or something like that? He ain't even got no pulses. So I mean, how can we really listen to Nick Fuentes on anything, man. We got a few more comments in this thing, man. Let's see, man. We got Jaden Foreman says, I think folks should to study his audience. Low intelligence. Yeah, right. Low intelligence. Most of them are definitely low intelligence people that don't have experience. Debate the Call says the sellout YouTubers introduced the black community to racist. Facts. They're big time sellouts. Van Lee says saying something with confidence can get you far. Myron, exactly, bro. Exactly. And then Fresh just gets along. He just goes along with it. The GOAT of podcasting, Fresh CEO. Win, lose, or rub. What's good, bro? Then Derek says him saying the N-word is insane. Now he can't deny it. Exactly. I think they actually they kind of did like a well, we dare you to say it kind of thing, and then he said it, and now Fresh and Fit just kind of sat there. Van Lee says, damn, educated Keisha gave Myron a word. Exactly. But this is crazy on this show. No matter how right a girl might be or a woman might be on the show, they never give them credit. They always are on the title. Bimbo gets crushed by Myron. Myron gives Bimbo the word W Myron, all that kind of stuff, man. When Loser Rupp says next, they're gonna bring that white guy from Zinc. Ooh, that'll be a crazy show when Loser Rupp. That'll be a crazy show if they did that. Derek, yeah, man. Hey, we need to see all that. Actually, I'm going just they just need to go ahead and come out and show that they're really against us. Nick is a grifter, multiverse version of Pearly. AB says the woman made them sound stupid. I agree. Above Average Joe says Nick has admitted that he is racist numerous times, though. Exactly. We already know this. Exactly. Let's get it.
The literature on this is not disputed at all. I mean, if you look at...
So there's literature on this?
There is.
Okay.
Can you state the
because they're trying to say that there's no literature.
I don't have my phone.
I literally just said that it's not a fact.
I feel like it's scientifically
like it's not.
Ladies, please let us speak.
It's not. I mean, you can do your own research on this, but it's not a controversial thing at all that blacks, whites, Asians, Hispanics stratify along those lines in IQ tests.
That's not
That's not what we're debating right now.
Well, you did. You said
no.
I
said you don't have any science to back up the brain aspect of it, baby.
You're missing the point.
I agree with what you said. I agree with I know Asians, black. I promise I do.
Okay.
But there is no facts behind my brain being different because I'm black and yours is different because you're white. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Well, you're missing the point. The point was to say that IQ as a function of brain. That was the point. So you're sort of missing the point.
Can we be saying the fact that there's different tiers of IQs on race must mean that the brains are different based on race as well.
That's an incorrect.
That's what I'm saying. That's something that you cannot prove. Like I understand. I completely understand.
So y'all don't agree with that conclusion?
These are all opinions.
So we can agree to disagree on this topic.
Yes.
All right. Yes. Did anyone else have anything before?
No.
I want to share something. Okay,
Right.
this is inspirational. Okay, you guys, K through 12, I was like a completely deficient student, C's, B's, like not very good at all, didn't believe in myself.
Yeah.
Got into college, did really, really, really well, and now I attend a top 50 medical school. So this is why I'm like very passionate about not believing that it's just completely nature, because I do believe, that it's not completely nature and that it can also be nurture, because my environment changed when I got into college and now I'm falling out.
And I'll piggyback off that because since I'm on a quest to go to law school, something about the LSAT is that the way it's written, it's literally written
racist.
No, not racist, but it's actually inclusive because it's written to a standard that no matter socioeconomics, background, anything, if you study it the correct way, you could be a bum living under a bridge and you can still score high enough because the verbiage, the types of questions, it's literally about things that you can learn. It's not about anything else that like life experiences. None of that matters.
School isn't even about life experiences.
I think these ladies are they're actually giving Nick the work in this verbal debate. To me, I think that matters a lot. Your situation and I guess the resources that you're getting decide whether or not you're able to learn and everything like that. I also think the way you decide you want to apply yourself in school, grades, or how well you're gonna pick the stuff up. Like I can think about being in class, like sitting in the back, being the jokester and all that kind of stuff. I didn't really make good grades. I would make passing grades, like like I make a C or a D or something like that. But then when I sat in the front and I really sat there and asked the teacher a bunch of different questions over and over and over again, it was a B or an A. So yeah, I think it's just a matter of application and resources. So yeah, these guys are just dumb. These guys are dumb. Let's check these out, man. So we see the comment by Van Lee, man. That's a top tier comment right there. The go to podcast and Lloyd Skynara. What's good, man? He says Myron loves this topic. He does. He also says, why is Myron so gung-ho about proving his racial inferiority? That's you know what, Lloyd? That's why I say Myron's also not black. So you have to look at the way he talked in the beginning, where he was like, yeah, it's them, the Freudian slips. But then you also have to think about, why is he trying to prove racial inferiority? If he's also a black guy, why are you shitting on black people? I don't understand people that watch Fresh and Fit and they think like, okay, I'm a black dude, but I'm better than everybody else. So yeah, we all just dumb. And like, it's like, you can't, I don't know, like you just gotta just think about your life. But yeah, man, it just lets me know that Myron's not black, or he's just really a low tier beta male, just like, come on, Nick, show me I'm so inferior. And then Derek says Myron always saving guests when yeah, exactly, because he came in and chimed in. Damn, that stripper going to law school. Oh, that's crazy. So she is a stripper, so it's confirmed, because she was dancing on Nick Fuentes. And the thing I don't know about, do they like do all that like picture taking before the debate, or do they do that after the debate? Like, oh man, good game. Because if they do it afterwards, then all these women on here are pathetic, man. We got girls up here hugging on Nick, kissing on Nick, twerking on Nick. I seen it on Twitter. It was pathetic. Tell you what, boy, what's good with you, man? Let's go and continue the video.
You guys are all familiar with the fact that, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't want to work.
Yes.
Right? So
yes.
I understand where you're coming from, that, hey, I beat the odds, etc. But you got to also remember that being a hard worker doesn't necessarily mean that you have IQ, and it goes the other way around, because there's a lot of people that have high IQ that are lazy as fuck and don't make it in life either. Right. So I've always said that there's a lot of people that are book smart that do well in school, but they're still morons. I mean, we brought them on the show plenty of times. Like girls that have.
I think that's the case, and you could actually use arguing against what he's saying about Asians being, smarter IQ wise, and white people be like they study the books well, but what else do they do well? The creativity is a little low. The other extracurricular stuff. That's why, when they were not getting into school off the affirmative action, there were multiple different reasons why they didn't get into it. It was like, yeah, you're out of state. So we know that that's a little different. Like, if you're out of state, you're out of the country also, then, you got to look at it. You just was sitting up just strictly AP classes. You don't have any extracurriculars. Like, you didn't take any clubs. You didn't do any sports or anything like that. So, I mean, yeah. I mean, and if you ever have talked to like some Asian people or some white people that are really, really into like schooling, and then you kind of He says, good afternoon, Brian. Yeah, man. Good afternoon to you as well. Hope you're doing great. Let's go and finish it.
High level degrees, and they're still idiots. So I would say education and schooling and being a good student doesn't necessarily mean you are intelligent.
It's just your drive.
We should all take you should do one time, like everyone takes an IQ test and then like comes on.
That'd be funny.
Yeah.
Just that's your point as well.
Yeah.
Like you said earlier, your choice of wanting to learn and
Think
become
about what when Loser Rug says. You guys think about that there are different types of intelligence, and do you think that they're kind of on par with each other? Like, say a person is good athletically, and they're able to think quickly, like they're able to stop on a dime and think quickly about this and adjust to this, like maybe like a boxer versus a book smart person, I guess, or just somebody else that's smart in some kind of other way. Oh yeah, there's definitely different types of intelligence, and I think that I think that shows smarts when you're able to sit there and adjust to a person and think about, oh yeah, this shit was wrong. I should do this. That's smart. The same thing with any other sport where we have to think on a dime and adjust. I think those are smart things. NG says having a podcast with a white supremacist, that's crazy. It's become normal. What do you guys think? Do you guys want that? Do you guys want Fresh and Fit to be canceled, or are you guys enjoying them doing such stupid things back to back to back that we're always having something to laugh at together? What do you guys think? Derek also said there's different ways of learning. I agree. There's very many different ways of learning, and that's a good point. Let's get it.
Better meet you who you are today.
Yeah.
So even though we might have, for example, like issues of, schooling, environment, and, these other external issues, if you're a person that wants to do better for yourself, Black, white, Asian, doesn't matter, Chinese, once again, it's all on you as an individual to do better for yourself.
And I would argue that it is nurture far more than nature. And I believe is arguing that it is nature far more than it is nature.
Yes. Well, and it's part of a bigger point of view, which is that I think that genetics play a much greater role than people would like to believe. I think that so much of our behaviors are genetic. I think that so many of our attributes are genetic. And I think that people have a bias against that because we have this culture. It makes us uncomfortable.
It does.
Because genetics are unchangeable and they're immutable. So people have this idea, but there's an answer for this. People have this idea that if something's genetic, it's very frustrating because then I can't change it. I can't improve.
It's not true.
But what it tells us, though, well, like height, like I can't make myself taller,
right?
You know, and like and there's a lot of things. A bald person can't make themselves grow hair, and that's.
I use an invasive hair transplant. Genetically, I would have been bald.
So the point is that, although the reality might be that genetics matter a lot, I think have a tendency to. It's wishful thinking that it's not so. Here's the thing, though. When it comes to these attributes, the answer is yes, inequality is real. It should make us uncomfortable. It's a fact. We see it all the time. And so many of the culture war issues are about inequality. Like when you look at the dating stuff or the sex incel stuff, it's about inequality. Right. Gender stuff, it's about inequality. Race stuff, inequality. And the answer to inequality is that people are more than matter. People have souls. People are not just, what their product of their labor is or their house or how tall they are. People are created by God. So the answer to inequality is not to ignore it and not to get offended by it or make it uncomfortable. We have to take those things into account to govern society because we can't solve problems if we don't know the real causes. And so I posed earlier, what's the persistent fact is black and white inequality. What's the answer? Is it racism or circumstance, or is it genetics? People should be open-minded about the genetics because we want to solve it, but we should love people regardless.
What do you guys think? Is it race, or is it genetics? Let's get it.
Of, whether that inequality or it's a result of discrimination. So that's just my thesis.
I mean, you package it really nice.
I got a question.
Okay, and then her.
Okay. Yeah. So I want to talk about something else more fun. But
like what?
But you just have me think about something. Because if it's genetics, right? So why is it the slaves came over who were kings and queens, their offsprings didn't transform, I guess, or bring those king and queen qualities and attributes?
They brought kings over. What happened is that
not kings and queens. Okay, let me not mud it. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think that's a simple explanation. If you're bringing people over and you don't allow them to read or do anything, how intelligent do you expect them to be? All they're gonna know is how to pave these roads and build this house or do this little pick these cotton or whatever. Yeah, that's not. I don't think that's a good example. What do you guys think? Let's get it.
Well, but blacks sold other blacks into slavery. They were captured in wars. So,
but again, you said it was genetic. So there were smart blacks that got brought over here because we wouldn't have half of the shit that we have if we were smart blacks that came over.
Well, and here's the thing. I mean, you look at African immigrants, they do way better than blacks in America.
Yes, absolutely.
We're
not talking about African Americans, so let's not muddy the waters.
We're talking about African immigrants, right?
We're talking about slaves. I'm not talking about African Americans.
I'm talking about, well, here's the point I'm trying to make, though, is that the descendants of African slaves have, you say American blacks have a much lower income and wealth than whites. But you look at African immigrants like Nigerians or others, they have a higher average income than whites. That's because the immigrants are selected. The people that come here from Africa today as immigrants are already pre-selected. In other words, we're not a bunch of people. We're getting people that are going to school on a visa, or they're an engineer on a visa.
So by that logic, would that also mean that the Asians are pre-selected, and I guess well, whites, they probably don't really got to pre-select. They don't, you probably just come. But do you guys think that Asians would obviously be pre-selected as well, based off intelligence or what they might offer the country? Let me know.
Or something like that. And so as a consequence, it would be hard to explain through racism why an African can come here and do super, super well, but blacks are mired in poverty if the answer was racism. But if the answer is genetics, it's like, well, the general population of blacks here is lower IQ than the average IQ of the immigrants that are coming here from Africa as students or workers or something else.
Doesn't that refute claims then?
No.
Because if in the USA, the black IQ is lower than the average.
Mm-hmm.
But if we bring in blacks from the not USA, then their IQ is above average. So doesn't that refute your claim that IQ is how?
Because like I said, it's just an average. So the blacks that are coming over, like in Chicago, there's a lot of like black Uber drivers and the airport.
I feel like it's a non sequitur though.
No, but hang on. Okay. No, but you're
okay. Yeah,
let me finish.
I think they kind of got him jumbled up a little bit right there. They kind of got him a little bit. He just debunked his own rhetoric. Right. Lois Guy9 says the African immigrants that are pre-selected are never poor. Right. And y'all know what's crazy? I guess Fresh is gonna probably talk about it a little later, but we're gonna get on Fresh real good. We're gonna get on them. They have to show they have a certain amount of income. Interesting. Okay. There's so many different things about the immigrants. Like, they'll have you thinking people just are able to just pick up and move here. I mean, I guess like if you look at like the illegal migrants that they have been having coming in lately, yeah, that's the case. But for the most part, they have you just thinking like, oh, you can just pick up and move here. And we got Victor says, super well, what industry does? Yeah, I guess that's pretty real. Let's get it.
And so a lot of the times, they're students, they're software engineers. They're very intelligent. They're very hardworking. And I know they're going to make it. I see why income of a Nigerian is like $80,000 in America. And it's because there's a selection. The selection bias is that the Africans that are coming over as immigrants are higher IQ. And so the function is IQ. The blacks that are here that have an average low IQ have a much lower income. The blacks that are already selected as coming over as students, engineers, have a higher IQ, they do very well.
Okay, so have you ever heard of generational?
I want to add to what he said real quick, because I know you want to switch it. He's correct, because to get an F1 visa, get accepted by some type of university coming to the United States. So that in itself screens out a lot of people that otherwise were morons or wouldn't be able to. Just off of the F1 visa program itself screens out a lot of retards.
So they're grown to become better.
Because they can't get an F1 visa and come here unless they can get accepted to a school which meets the requirements of university, which are going to beat a lot of Americans out that don't go to college. Sorry,
so I was going to ask you, have you ever heard of generational curse? So you keep talking about genetics. Like, yeah, I inherited some bullshit from my daddy because he lazy and all that type of shit. But that was because he became Americanized. But
nah, you didn't inherit that from your daddy. You just lazy. That's what it is. You're stupid yourself. I don't think it has anything to do with what your dad did. I think it has to do with what you do, because a lot of us might look at some of the mistakes our parents made and we'll try to be better than that. So I think in this case, it's just she's lazy. Let's get it.
In Haiti, they know their culture. They know who they are. They're embedded in who they are. So yeah, you're gonna get the Nigerian that is doing the things and all of the things. I don't know how to talk. I mean, you understand what I'm saying, right? So you're going the Nigerian that do all of the things. But if you have a black,
so she's not helping this IQ conversation at all by not being able to articulate her points well. She said, well, they able to do the things and the things and the things. That's stupid, man. Come on, man. That's dumb babble talk she talking about. Shout out to From Downtown 296 for the $10 super chat. What up, Grind? Been a minute since I was able to catch the show. Keep doing your thing, bro. I appreciate you, man. Always supporting, man. Always see you in the comments. Always. And you be sending me the DMs and all that too, man, with the content, man. We got a couple other comments here, man. Let's see what everybody's been saying. We got Mike Bellis John saying this ratchet zaddy worship is the reason why a lot of grassroots SBA men and women are delineating ourselves from these non-FBA and mass numbers before. And you know what? Like as far as like FBA goes, I don't really it's not as serious as a lot of as a lot of like non-FBA people take it. It's just simply just delineating, and yeah, that's pretty much all it is. It's like, yeah, you might say you're Jamaican or something like that. You say, yeah, I'm Trinidadian or something like that. You know how y'all like the New Yorker type black folks. They be Caribbean and they love talking about I'm Trinidadian, I'm Virgin Island or something like that. It's just like, bro, I'm FBA, bro. That's all it is. Ain't nothing wrong with it. That's the same thing as you saying all that. You trying to sit up acting like you better than me because you have Trinidadian situation. I got Black American. Y'all like to copy off what we doing. Next we got yeah, man, he doesn't ever have any Black American men on because I think it would be a totally different situation unless they had like some hood Black American men. Like, Fresh and Fit is good for picking the cronies of each group. Let's get it. What's hard working me? Derek says Fresh got the easy. Easiest job in the world, just sitting there looking ugly, bro. For real. For real. Pre-selection is nurture, not nature. Shout out to Van Lee. Val says the immigrants that come from African continent are vetted. Their people have money and they have resources. She should have kept exactly. He's chatting BS. Let's get it.
American who has been stripped of everything that they knew, they named everything, and they've been given some shit, right? You're gonna get that what you call genetic, whatever you talking about right there. Yeah, because because like she just said, you just said that Black Americans are the ones that have lower IQs, but when a Nigerian comes from where they innately Nigeria. I'm sorry, y'all trying to, because I know what you mean. But y'all know what I'm saying. Anyway, but what I'm saying is what I'm saying is generational is real. So that's that genetic you talking about. That's that bullshit that I got from my mama and my daddy. That shit, slavery stuff. You get what I'm saying? So yes, that's what you're gonna get. So that's what you're basing it out of, the Black American. But when you talk about your Haitians and you're talking about your Hondurans, because they Black too. When you're talking about your Dominicans, you get what I'm saying? When you're talking about people that are based, their culture is rich.
Look how Mom's looking.
Than the Black American, yes. And that's why they come and feel some type of way about us, because we don't know who we are, my love. So
I'm not really like messing with her little argument and everything. She kind of sound like, well, you should feel sorry for her. Like it's like I hate, like it's like yeah, I just don't like it. I don't like her. You should feel sorry for me because of what we like. I mean, what we went through. Yeah, we do want you to understand what y'all did and all that kind of stuff. But we're still gonna get through it, and we're still getting through it and all that. She sounded like, well, yeah, feel sorry for me. I'm not liking it, and at the same time, it seems as if she's kind of saying that Black Americans were, because I believe this woman is like half Haitian, half Black American. So she's saying her Black American side is the side that's got her on that lazy shit. No, you're just lazy. That's what it is. You're lazy. You're dumb. That's what it is. Your parents didn't do what they needed to do to make sure you had the best. Like bro, like when I was a kid, my mom made sure we went to private school. We lived in the hood. We went to private school. That's what she made sure we did. So we was reading better and talking better than all the other kids. She didn't play about all that kind of stuff. So I mean, I think it is, again, how do you apply yourself, what kind of resources you have, and all that kind of stuff. So she's embarrassing herself. They prioritize idiot Blacks. Facts, Lord. You're on point today, man. Bro, she's not helping us. Exactly, Derek. She's not. Having a high IQ won't help if you have bad advices, bad intentions, or have wrong. Right, Van Lee. Right. Facts. We do know who we are. Yeah, I agree. After so long, man, we do know who we are, and I think a lot more of us are pretty confident in our culture and whatnot. The whole culture argument has been kind of, I guess, nothingness for a little while now. If you ask me, like, we realize, we have a lot of influence out here in the world, and even with white folks, they like copying off what we do. We see everybody want to have big booties now and big lips. Where's that coming from? We see everybody want to kind of have rap. We see white folks want to buy sneakers. Asian folks want to buy sneakers. Where they get that from? Them folks didn't care about shoes and clothes and looking good and all that kind of stuff for a long time. You see a white dude with some trash ass running shoes on that he wears to run, he wears to cut the grass, and he wears to possibly go on a date. So yeah, get out of here. Win Loser Rug says if you put whites or Asian in the same situation as us, they would not survive, and crime would probably. I agree. I think with whites, it'd be like some savage crimes too, boy. It'd be like some goddamn burn at the stake. We see what they did when they was kind of low tier. She trying to get sympathy. Yeah, exactly, Derek. Exactly. Shout out to From Downtown one more time, man, with the $10. He said she's not helping us at all. We're drowning, and she's a pair of concrete shoes. Facts. She's a pair of concrete shoes. Val says the black people from the Caribbean are descendants from slaves. Right, Val. That's the thing. That's the thing that I always think about when black people say, like, yeah, I'm from the Caribbean, so I got my culture and all that, bro. Like, you still don't know what I guess tribe you're from in Africa. It's the same thing as us. You're essentially the same thing as us. It's just not gonna be, I guess, not as influential. I mean, I guess like Jamaican people probably got like the next influential thing after us in the Caribbean and all that. But yeah, it's just that's exactly the thing I was thinking about. I've never even thought about that. I mean, I've never just talked about her. So yeah, who we got here? Mitch says no, the naughty word. Facts, Val. Victor agrees. Mike Miller Johnson said if Haiti is so off and popping as she says, then why the hell are they paying off debts to France to this very day? The victor still owes a lower debt. I agree with that, man. That's one thing I don't dislike Haitian people at all, but that's one thing I dislike about what they got going on over there. Like, why are we still paying France? Weak ass France. You paying folks that's over there talking about some I guess they have allies and whatnot, but come on, man. What are we doing? Why are we still paying these folks, man? And then they come over there and they siphon all y'all's resources and stuff, leave y'all poor. Y'all having earthquakes every single day. Everybody's poor. Y'all got the gangs going crazy. One of my homeboys is Haitian, and he said that they're doing some type of thing now. Well, he said that first they used to pay like gangs and everything to kind of mess up the country and whatnot. And he said now the citizens are kind of coming in and they're kind of doing like some vigilanteism kind of stuff. So, I mean, that's cool. I'm glad they're doing that. That's why slides are for the house. Okay. Mike Miller John, appreciate you with the $5. Says FBA culture is overall American culture. Yeah, I could definitely get with that. Victor Costa says open up the panel so we can tear it. And Victor say you ready to tear them up, man. Let me go and get through a little bit. I'm gonna probably do that soon, though, for real.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I guess like my point, because I know we're going to switch topics soon. My final point would be like, as the person in grad school, like looking at what is the metric of the study that was being conducted? Like, was it done globally? Was it done in the US? Was it done in a specific country? At what time frame was it done? What were the methods? Were there blinding? Were there randomization? Were there controls? What were the controls? Everything. And if I'm saying all of these words and no one is understanding what I'm saying, then I really encourage you to try and do some research on how to like interpret research, because it's fun, but it's important to know how to interpret quality research.
A study like that would never get done though because of ethics. Realistically speaking, people are going to get offended and triggered, and it would never get funded because
that's how it is.
Because here's the other thing too. Like, it's what's the benefit? Like, if you do the study and it comes out negative, and you find out that in fact people that are Black or Black Americans have lower IQ, it's gonna be terrible. So it's a L all across. No one will fund it.
I proposed a study in one of my pathways in school. I wanted to take a look at racial profiling potentially in preschool children. And my mentor said, well, Clam, you are doing this study and you find that Black children do get expelled more, or they are racially profiled, then it begs the question, like, okay, are they more misbehaved? Are they targeted more? And that is something, like the point that you bring up is something we have to be very, very careful of.
Yeah, they wouldn't fund it. But now going back.
We got a white lady down here. Do you know? She says, I want to ask the ladies, do you know there are 5 countries in Africa that still have slavery today? I can't read at that bottom. Why are we talking about the past when the president said, we don't care about that. We're talking about the United States. The United States got its first, they got into a superpower position because of the slave labor that they got. Cotton was what essentially brought them into a superpower. We're not going to sit there and act like Black people weren't doing other stuff. Y'all think that the buck just stopped at us picking cotton? Come on, man. You think back in the day, back in the slave day, like, I'm not saying like white dudes are just all lazy right now, but I'm saying like back in the slave day, pretty much all white dudes were pretty lazy. So you got to think like you think a white dude's gonna sit there and pave the road when he's got a whole bunch of black dudes that can do it, or a white dude can sit there and build the house when he's got a whole bunch of black dudes that can do it. And also when you're thinking about making life easier, you got black people in like in hardship and whatnot. So of course they're sitting there, they're thinking of the most efficient way to do things. So they're probably building different inventions, and due to the way things were unfair back in the day, they could just take the patent from them. So I mean, there's a lot that I think we contributed, and I think this lady right here is stupid. I can't stand when people bring them little dumb points out. It's really annoying. Shout out to Val with the $5. I appreciate you, Val. Poppy Blanco in the building. What's good, man? It's been a long time since we seen you, man. Appreciate you coming in. Let's get it though.
Back to what you were saying about like, were your parents like first generation? Were their parents born in the United States, or were they from?
So yeah, my mom is from South Carolina and my dad is Haitian. So my grandfather went through the Jim Crow era, whereas white fountains, black fountains. Yeah. He did not make it past middle school because he had to help his mother. Okay. To work. He had to work. Okay. So my mom came here. Everybody came here around when she was 6. So yeah, it is that South mentality. Like it is. I can only do what I know, what I got. Because this is what I know, and this is what I got.
Yeah, you sound stupid, trying to garner some sympathy about some. Yeah, you sound stupid. You sound like a victim, but it's like it's not the. Like, I don't know, like when we talk about certain situations, we don't talk like this. Like she sounds like, well, yeah, it's all we can do. Like it's all I can do is I'm genetically predisposed to that because my dad he had to work and my mom came here sick. Like, bro, that's not how we talk. But let's get it.
I think that about because the reality is you're worse off immigrating from a foreign country, not knowing the language, coming over here and trying to make a way than someone that was born and raised here with all the opportunities. People might say, oh, welfare, I'm a product of government cheese and Section 8, whatever. You're still better off than someone coming from like a Nigeria, a Haiti, whatever. The reality is that it's not necessarily that a lot of Black Americans are unsuccessful because they're Black, is because they're just fucking lazy. Whereas you take an immigrant from Africa, they come over here and they figure out a way to make money, not even knowing the language, not knowing the culture, not knowing anything, and they figure it out. Fair point. And I think the reason why is because they don't have the opportunities in their country. They come over here, they actually appreciate it, they thrive in it, and then they make something of themselves versus someone that was born here, they're entitled to it, they deserve it, and then they complain and cry about why they're not where they want to be, and they let me ask you this then. Who has more opportunity? Someone coming here from a poor third world country in Africa, or someone that's been systematically oppressed in the United States?
Who has more opportunity?
Mm-hmm.
Well, obviously the one that's
here. Yeah, the American dream. Yeah, let's talk about.
I think you could kind of say it might be a little bit even, depending I guess like if the person coming from Africa is like they're smart and they're well off and whatnot. Yeah, they're gonna be able to come here and do whatever they kind of do. They got to do it. And the person that's like that's maybe in a hood or whatnot, they both have it hard. You both have it hard because you're coming from you're coming from down under. So you're both gonna have it hard. It just depends on how you apply yourself. That's what it is to me. He likes to kind of act like being third world in another country's is comparable to being poor in the United States. I think it varies to where you're at. That's just my thoughts on it. What y'all think? Let's get it.
So explain to me how someone that's born here, raised here, has the language, has a U.S. citizenship, which people die to come here and get all the time. Explain to me why they're a failure when someone comes here, doesn't know anything, comes here on a visa, makes their way up, gets a visa to stay here, from getting a job and being productive.
Not everybody,
and then they earn their ability to get a U.S. citizen, and they make it further than the person that was born here that had any advantages.
Man, they got me good, man. They got me. I'm back though. They got me, and I'm back. Let's go on get this thing back sharing. Let's get this thing back sharing. Hold on, man. We got that boy Cephas in here. Now let me go and see what boy Cephas got to say. Let me go and see what he got to say after I get this screen right, man. So yeah, man. We got our boy Cephas in here. He's already talking that jogging, man. He say Nick isn't racist, and those fools and those upset are fools. Cephas, aren't you from Detroit, bro? Come on, man. Come on, Cephas. Come on. Oh yeah, man. We was experiencing them. Wasn't Myron himself an op for the U.S. government before he started his corny podcast? Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Hey, the Matrix did definitely attack. The Matrix did definitely attack, man. See if you from Detroit, man. You ain't supposed to be agreeing with Nick, bro. You ain't supposed to be agreeing with Nick. But let's get it.
A U.S. citizen, and they make it further than the person that was born here that had inherent advantages.
I feel you, but what happened?
Hold on. Mm-hmm. Yes, they were systematically oppressed. Mm-hmm. Cool, I get that. Mm-hmm. But third world poverty is always going to be way worse than American poverty and being oppressed.
Okay. Yeah, but what does that have to do with that? If that's the same thing as the lady talking about there being slaves in Africa versus the slavery that kind of built the U.S. They're both suck, but they're not the same because that's not going on here. That has nothing to do with what we got going on here. If you have a systematic situation going on here, what does that have to do with the third world situation? What y'all think? Also got hit with the what do you guys think about the whole IQ testing thing? Have you ever taken an IQ test? And if so, what was your score on it? I personally don't think that IQ tests, they have a lot to do with, real world stuff to me. I took one and I actually scored high on that thing, but it was an online one, so I'm not really sure how official Tisher I was. But y'all let me know. Let's get it.
Okay, so what happens when a Cuban and a Haitian come? Because I feel what you're saying. I get it all, but at the same time, it's different when you could come here and you could just get off a ship and you could get more than me than what I work. I'm an American and I work hard. They get a check. They get food stamps. They get everything. Come on. And then I'm working in a system where I see it all the time. It ain't a lot of black people coming in and where I'm at acting like they entitled.
Are you talking about the Cuban wet foot, dry foot?
Yes,
policy?
and I was
okay.
trying to
You know what's that from?
Right. I was trying to get there.
You're talking about that.
Go ahead, take it off.
How about this? What's better? Okay, you're born and raised. You can speak the language. You have free education, right, all the way up until college. And you have an American citizenship. Or you come here from Cuba, don't speak the language, don't have any status. Your ability to travel is limited. You don't have any documents to be able to go ahead and get a driver's license or get a job or anything else like that.
And you still get everything,
and, hold on, and you get a couple of $1,000, right? Through the wet foot, dry foot situation. Who's better off, realistically speaking?
The person that's coming here off the boat, bro.
No, so
hold on. I just real quick. So
am I wrong? Am I saying
So basically for me, right? Barbados.
Okay.
I came here 7 years ago, right? Obviously speaking, I'm not from here and I didn't even have a job. But what I saw was opportunity. So my mindset is, all right, I'm from a small island, not as successful, not as wealthy, but I come here for opportunity. But at the same time, I saw my peers that were over here, been here for years, they were born in America. They were literally working the same job as me when I got a job, just lazy, doing the same stuff. You know what? I'll be here for 40 years. I'm happy. And I was like, hold on, what's the difference between that person and me? It's the mentality.
Mindset.
So the environment, I agree with you, does breed comfort and I want to say laziness. However, as an individual, if I want to do better for myself and my family, is to make that choice. So ultimately, I'm saying here.
So yeah, I do agree with that. I think it's it's up to you as an individual what you want to do. I think that where you start from is not also where you finish. Like you kind of decide after a certain time in your life, you kind of are able to, if you're somebody with all their faculties in a regular mind, you're able to kind of look at that fork in the road and be like, all right, this is wrong. This is what I need to do to kind of get myself up. But Fresh is sitting up capping, bro. I came from the Barbados. I came from Barbados, right? I came from Barbados, and it's like, you know, I didn't have anything. I was poor. I was working the same job, bro. Like, you're lying, because a couple people pulled Fresh's card in the comments on this very video, and they were saying, yeah, Fresh, we know about you, dog. Your family was rich. You went to one of the best schools in Barbados. You had money. So yeah, man, it looks like that pre-selection thing is going again for this. Shout out to from downtown 296 one more time. And he said, when I was in the army, I used to run phase with dudes like Myron. Oh man, that boy Myron, them boys was having it tough in the army. Now with them over them and rights and lefts was hitting them. Jay Kenny says, imagine the MF telling you he was racist and you still want to go back and forth with black people about it. Yeah, bro. Like, yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it, man. Like, what's the point of that? Lord Scott and I said, I never taken one. I think test can be a trip back for white supremacy. I agree with that too. Jay Kenny, look at his actions. Let's see. Derek said, nah, if you want an accurate IQ test, you're going to have to go to the official place. Okay. Yeah, Poppy said he scored 124 on the IQ test. That thing said I had hit a 117 on that thing, man. So I'm like, all right. And then also, I guess, I don't know, how would you even get around to being able to take the IQ test? Do you have to pay for it? Or will they just dish that thing out for free to be like, hey, man, you dumb as hell. We want to see how dumb you are. Cephas says, clearly he's trolling. If he was racist, come on, Cephas. Come on, man. Come on, man. I think you lying about being black, Cephas. I think you might be an Eminem type from Detroit, man. Come on, Cephas, man. What you saying, man? Lawrence Scott says, Cubans have an entire support system. Yeah, man, like that again. Yeah, these people are being pre-selected, right? Win, lose, or rub. It's such thing as having a competitive edge. Derek Hunted is the average. Anything above that is good. Listen to Fresh, he's right. That boy Steven say listen to Fresh. Fresh is a liar, bro. I wonder also, you know, because Fresh says he has 1,000 bodies. During that time where he was building himself up, or, you know, he had his mindset going, was he still slaying 1,000 different thoughts? Or was he just focusing? Because, I mean, if we're going to be real, man, getting 1,000 girls, bro, is damn near impossible unless you're a superstar with a whole lot of money, a whole lot of time, a whole lot of resources, a whole lot of energy, bro. Let's be real, bro. Let's be real. You're not doing that. You're not doing that as a regular average Joe. Above average Joe says, seriously, because South Florida is so much Latin and Spanish, any new Cubans are not going to be disadvantaged. Myron should know this. But yeah, that's real. That's real. That's what somebody up top was just saying. Fresh doesn't speak in complete sentences, right? Yeah, you would think Fresh, he didn't know the language. Derek says, what do you think Fresh would be doing if he didn't get lucky? Exactly, and that's the point I was kind of getting to. Like, Fresh is talking about all these guys that are working at jobs and whatnot. Fresh, you got lucky on a podcast or whatever you doing. Like, you were scamming before, because we don't know what you really doing. Like, well, you know, you were rich before this, but you got lucky on a podcast, bro. You didn't do anything special or have the special gene that allowed you to be that guy. And we see that you're not that guy. We see clearly that you're not that guy, bro. Because, you know, Myron's the one that carries you. When Lose Russ says, it's hard to listen to people who don't compete in anything. These dudes are clowns. Big time. Big time. Lloyd Sky9 says, Cephas, I agree, man. Cephas, you got to be trolling. Bro, Cephas, Fresh grew up rich, I believe. Because look, so like their stories don't match. Think about it, Cephas. So one time, a while back, when I used to watch Fresh and Fit from a different viewpoint, I used to watch them as like more so a fan, kind of supporting them. Like, okay, we got this Arabian dude and we got this black dude. It's like, all right, bro, I'm going to support these guys. And then like, I think Myron was saying something to Fresh, like, yeah, you know, because your family owns like half Barbados, right? And then Fresh was like, yeah, they do. So yeah, man, Fresh was definitely growing up rich, bro. He was definitely growing up rich. Oh man, Mike got oh man, got him up out of there. Man, I never took an IQ test, but I traded NASDAQ 100 successfully every morning. And I'm from Stanford. Hey, right. And you know what's crazy about that, bro? I know 3 dudes that was legit homeless that graduated with higher grades than I did, bro. So yeah, man, I think it's man. It ain't, these folks be just talking, man. Slim Shady, that boy Cephas Slim Shady. Derek says Cephas one of those pretending to be black to co-sign races, and FNF had Charleston White on there. They gonna have everyone on there. Yeah, bro, that's real. He's definitely one of them fake blacks. You never hear these ops talk about the poor lazy from their own demographic. That's real. You never hear about that. And there's plenty of that. There's plenty of that. We got that boy Fresno Severe in here, man. Shout out to him. He says you can live in South Florida and not know English. There are parts where no one speaks English. Hey, he just disproved them. They got a support system. Let's continue this thing.
Like, it is up to that individual to make a choice. Now, the environment does play a part again. It's up to that person. So
okay, my problem, y'all, you and Myron are doing right now.
Yeah,
y'all are taking a select few of people and generalizing it. Because there are not that many immigrants coming over here and just being fucking fantastic and amazing. It is a select amount of people. And at the end of the day, Myron to come sit back down so he can chime in on this. Because at the end of the day, it's still harder to work within a system that is designed against you.
Hold on. Once again, it is hard to admit that, but what is it? It's the mentality. So for example,
you're right, but I'm saying
it is hard to work in a system that's designed against you, and I think that it's not really, but it's obvious. It's obvious if you kind of know where to look. Like if you notice the type of people that they bring into politics, they pre-select their people that they think are going to uphold their ideals and whatnot. When they either bring in guys that are immigrant black people, or they bring in black people that are sold out or compromised. You don't know any of us that own anything that that has like some leverage to it. So yeah, man, I would definitely say that there's a system in place. Let's get it.
Y'all sitting here taking these couple of encounters and situations and acting like, look at all these immigrants coming over here and being great, and the rich and American-born blacks are just fucking lazy. That's not it.
So I do agree. Okay, that my logic is, I do agree that there are people that come over here and they don't have a drive. But I also know for a fact that there's a lot of people who are born here and raised here and don't have nothing going on, don't care to have anything going on. They prefer to live off of the government benefits. Now, do I feel like people who come from out of the country who are immigrants.
Bring the mic closer to you so they can actually hear you. Move it closer to you.
Okay. Do I feel like, people who come from other countries who are considered immigrants, they feel like, yes, okay, I have something to prove. Let me come over here and let me better of myself and my situation from where I come from. Yes, I do agree. There are some people who have that drive. However, I just don't feel like we can rationalize on saying, hey, everyone in the U.S. is just
lazy.
Black Americans.
No, I don't know.
Lazy.
I don't want to say that we have it made, but I feel like we have a better opportunity than the people who come from, who are immigrants.
No question.
I agree.
I do also feel like I'm so sorry. I do also feel like, to your point, when you're saying the whole Haitian and Cuban thing, I know Haitians that come here and I know Cubans who come here and they would just go straight to doing Uber because it's easier for them.
No, but to her point.
But then I also know there's Cubans and Haitians or other races, whatever it is, or nationalities, that would come here and they make a way.
Right, but no, her point about the Cuban Haitian thing was with the wet food, dry food policy. If a Cuban literally if they both made it and they stepped one foot on the sand, they get to stay. Haitians do that same exact journey. They step that. They go there, right back to Haiti.
Right.
So no, we can't do that either. And Myron, what you missed, what I said was like how y'all are sitting here trying to overly generalize a select population of people, saying that immigrants who do come over and be successful, y'all making it seem like that is the norm, because it's not.
Well, the reason we brought
I don't know why we talk about immigrants anyway.
Hold on. What I'm saying is that immigrants that come here, right, that it shouldn't be, a lot of immigrants come here and are successful, but what I'm saying is that they have the odds stacked against them, and a lot of times they do better than people that were born here. So why is that? Because people that are here are just lazy.
No, I don't think so. I think culturally, but no, I think our mindsets are different. Because I can see a family, a Mexican family come, everybody stuck in one house, and then and somebody buy the next house, and then somebody buy the next. It's the mentality of the culture. They stick together. I feel like as a people, Black people, we always going neck to neck against each other, which is we cannot ever come to an agreement or unite.
So then,
I think that's probably the best thing she said. That's probably like the only legit thing she said, that we could work together a little bit more, and that would definitely help us out. Like, we did some of the stuff like the Mexicans where they they kind of waited out. They have that delayed gratification where they sit in the house five to a goddamn room and all that kind of stuff, and then they buy a house, they buy a business and all that kind of stuff. I think that would help a lot. It shouldn't be like that though, to be honest. We shouldn't be it should be all of us just down bad trying to figure that out, because we're citizens here. We're citizens here. It's not a coincidence that we're all, like most of us are, in those silly situations to begin with. Let's see what we got. We got a couple comments, man. Derek said that's the white teacher from Boondocks. Oh man. He said and you know what, Jay Kenny, I agree. I think that a lot of these different podcasts and all these little people, they try to build their little audience, and then they want to switch over to that alt-right stuff. We got Pearly Things, Adam 22, and now Fresh and Fit have always been talking out the side of their neck about Black people, but it seems like they're doing it a little bit more, because Myron's he's trying to put the KKK hat on Rumble and whatnot. Freshness Revere says, bro, I appreciate the love, and this pod is using the ignorance of their viewers not knowing Miami in the world. Facts. She threw a good shot there. So you guys don't think immigrants from other countries work hard? No, I don't. Actually, yeah, and think about your life. If you're a Black American or somebody like that, was your mom and dad wanted you to work hard and get good grades in school, didn't they? I mean, unless you kind of had like a different kind of situation, like a hood situation. But for the most part, we want folks to do well. Our parents want us to do well. Our parents want us to be smart. They also want us to be good. They also want us to be good at sports too. But yeah, they want us to be good. Myron's immigrant argument is easily debunked. A crowded argument is just all over. I agree. Yeah, that thing's all over the place. When we go to other countries, we think they're lazy too. And you know what? I've seen a lot of lazy immigrants. I don't care what anybody says. I've seen a lot of lazy people from other countries come here, bro. You lazy as hell. You still working the same job. I know 2 dudes from Egypt right now that's still working in the same spot. Way back when we was young, dude. When I was like 21, they still working there. So yeah, bro. That the immigrant argument is definitely debunked. We know it's just full of garbage. We know it's full of garbage. J.K. says, and Black women going on this show are yeah, I agree with that, man. I think all the Black women on this show are definitely the compromised bunch. They're the Brown types, man. They'd do anything to get their name out there, man. Like that little girl that was on BET Awards, man. Them last BET Awards pissed me off. It pissed me off, man. They were showing like the worst of us, and they were just, and then we had them dumb ladies that was sitting there like, oh girl, you doing good, and then we had dummies like NLE Chopper talking about some, yeah, she's explaining how she live, and she having fun with it, like booty hole Brown and just like that might be just something she like. What? Come on, man. That don't make no sense. Marquis said episode. Marquis, in what ways was the episode real? I want to know. Are you agreeing more so on Nick's side? Are you agreeing more so on the women's side, or are you kind of just saying like it was real because it wasn't about dating and the typical Fresh and Fit jargon? Let me know. Lois Scott and I said, why is it so easy for all of these out groups to think all Black Americans are degenerate? You know why, Lloyd. You know why, because what's pushed on the media, man. They only push the worst of us on the media, just like I was just talking about with the whole BET situation. Oh, yeah, you called on today. He said BET is the answer to my question. Right. Jaden Foreman says, look at the UPS situation and the strike happening. Those folks work hard, yet are underpaid and working 2 jobs. Income does not equal hard work. I agree. Big time, I agree. Bro, I appreciate it, Derek. I appreciate it. Let's get it, y'all.
I'm just gonna say that. I don't have to disagree because I can't accept that only because generally just for being
every morning and go to work.
Hold on. I can say this as a landlord. This is a fact. Statistically speaking, the most evicted race of people are who? Blacks. Specifically African American women. So my thing is this: if you don't even want to pay the fucking rent, That's a serious problem. Immigrants, on the other hand, come here.
So this comment right here tells me that Cephas is just running around here being a troll, bro. Cephas knows damn well what the deal is, bro. He knows damn well what the deal is, but he just out here just talking trash, man. Yeah, man. So yeah, you know we ain't degenerate, but you know that's what they show us on TV. You know that. And also his little argument about rent and all that kind of stuff, bro. Like everybody that's black that's watching this, I'm pretty sure you pay your rent or your mortgage on time. And you're sitting up looking at this guy like, what the hell are you saying? If he was really a black dude, why would he be showing inferiority? Why would he be trying to make us look as inferior as possible? This dude's not black, bro. There's no way. There's no way. Marquis said he just evicted a black one. You know, Marquis, you probably evicted a black one from Opalaka, bro. Let's see. Val says Jay informant facts. Yeah, Jay putting them facts out there. Derek said ain't nobody want to get evicted. It's our fault for letting our image look so bad. I agree, Marquis. I think we should. I don't know what should we do, Marquis. What do you think we should do about What do you think we should do about our image looking bad? Because I mean, like, yeah, like should we strong arm them folks and be like, hey man, stop putting our image out there like that, or you know, what should we do? They're gonna keep doing it. They're the people doing it. Probably Block says it's the truth that the most evicted group of people. You can't really afford, to take care of the whole house and whatnot. Derek, the raccoons are out here. My mortgage was paid on the 1st. Hey man, we keep it on time out here in these streets. On time. Let's get it.
Can't speak the language, don't have citizenship, can't even properly get a house or get the thing, but they always pay rent on time. Explain that to me. I think that you have all the opportunities. You don't have the language. You have the citizenship. You have something that people come here to die for. Yet you go ahead, don't get an education, don't get a job, can't maintain a roof over your head.
One thing I think about that, people dying for coming here or coming here trying to why don't you guys just put it all together? I hate to sound like Tariq Nasheed, but it's a real question. Why not just fix where you're at? Why not just fix where you're at? I mean, I can understand if maybe the rules are just they really just stop you from being great, but there are certain things that some countries that these people coming from, like, bro, fix where you're at, or make your situation better. If you're so much better, you could make your situation better there if you're that great, because there are people in your country that are doing good. So what's your excuse? If you're going to say that same thing to us, let's get it.
The reality is,
people do
the thing is this:
a lot.
The black community is so coddled that we can't even criticize them. Mm-hmm. The reality is this: I'm a black guy too. Y'all are just fucking lazy.
I have to speak up about what Myron is saying, because as a black woman, I feel like there is humility and power in recognizing that we have problems in the black community.
I agree.
And these obstacles need to be overcome. The only way to overcome them is to recognize that they exist. I was raised in poverty my whole life, literally dirt road poverty. There was a time in my childhood.
He says you would never meet a broke Nigerian, Naja boys, but he's super chatting 199. So are you broke, or are you just serial cheatitude out here in these streets? Which one is it? Let's go.
Where my damn apartment, and I had to share it with my mom, my sister. We only had 2 beds and 3 people, 1-bedroom apartment. And now, why am I? What?
Don't worry about Chris. We're still on YouTube.
I live alone.
Chris, man.
I live alone. But to get back to my point.
Oh damn, that boy Chris pulled a dope fiend move, saying that he could have got that podcast really took down if he talked clearly and didn't stutter. Y'all heard what he said. Well, I don't know if y'all heard what he said, but he basically said that she found herself a culture king. That's probably that's like the best I can do. She found herself one of them, Let's get it.
Point. Now I am where I am. I understand most black people who came from my situation will not be where I am. Not because I'm speaking about them, but because unfortunately the tenacity that I have is not very common in the black community. And that pains me. That absolutely hurts my soul. And I feel like
I think in the Black community, I think we do have tenacity, but I think we have it for different things. Like Black people don't want to work. They don't want to work at a job for a white man that's paying them $8.50 an hour, which is understandable. They don't want to spend their away at some job, or maybe they see different stuff on the TV where you're to make money fast as a rapper or athlete or something like that. And that just seems like a better route. So I mean, I don't think we don't have tenacity. I think we place it towards other things. Let's see what we got here. We got a couple more. Derek, of course, he ain't Black. We know that. We should hold each other accountable. That's how. Yeah, hey, that's real. Like so, Cephas, if we're gonna hold each other accountable, when Booty Hole Brown girl pulls up, rapping that bullshit, and how should we? I guess we just not support her. But if we're not supporting her, because I don't think anybody Black is really buying that. Well, there might be a couple ratchets buying that, but that's not enough to really fund this woman's career. So that means that there's a bunch of white people behind her that are supporting that, and other people that are like, oh, she's rapping so ratchet. This is like National Geographic. Like, I can't believe it. I'm seeing a Black girl say her booty hole's brown up close and personal. Like, yeah, that's what I feel like. So I think like maybe like to a degree we are holding each other accountable, but those other people are still forcing this kind of stuff out. So I think there's only one way, unfortunately, to get them folks to comply. And it might have to be like how the police officers be doing out here in these streets to us. Marquis says, fresh talk to Dr. Umar. They're trying to get him on the show. Hey, we're gonna need that show. Van Lee said, good point. Jay Kenny said exactly the children. Yeah. Derek said, I want to issue an apology to Grind. You been said this man Myron is not Black for 2 years, and I didn't think so. When I saw that white heat, I knew, bro, exactly. Yeah, bro. Black people are not lazy, not at all. And most of the people on this panel are right here or this chat are Black, and we can tell y'all ain't lazy. By the way, I can tell y'all aren't lazy by the way you guys talk and you form your sentence structure, just the things you talk about. I know y'all aren't lazy. Like even when we talk about, and I know y'all aren't degenerates either because the different we talk about, you guys are in there feeling the same way I'm feeling. Nobody's in there like, man, booty hole brown girl, she just expressing herself. Like nobody said that. Val says, I had a house in the city. I rented a house to Hispanic immigrants. My handyman refused to fix anything else until I evicted them. 4 families lived in the house and were breaking things as I fixed. Yeah, hey, Val. So Val's just proving again all this little jargon about Black people not paying their rent on time and all this kind of stuff. Mike Miller John. So, now Mario, right. And then Val said her handyman was a white dude, so he run around here being lazy. Myron claims he's Black. Y'all agree? You know damn well, Steve, we ain't agreeing. You know it. Prisoner Severe says they can't. Their country won't let them, and the ones doing good are the ones that grow up rich. Did it under shady things. So that it's similar. It's kind of, I guess it's similar to pretty much everywhere, and especially similar to the U.S. Kind of I guess Black people, like the country kind of won't let us. They'll let a few through, and you got the athletic gifts or the entertainment gift they'll let you get through, or you smart as hell and they can't deny you or something like that. But just regular, they trying to play you. You ain't getting them loans and all that from downtown. Myron said, you can't criticize them. So exactly, bro, downtown, bro. That's what I've been saying. Look at how this guy talks. There's no way he's Black. He's always them versus us. So it's like, yeah, I'm them Blacks and I'm an Arabian. Marquis, shout out to you for the $5. He says, Myron has a point. I grew up in 2 communities, Savannah, Georgia, and Miami, Florida. ADOS and Black, Haitian, and Colombian immigrants. The mentality was so different. Go and elaborate on that a little bit more, Marquis. I know you talked about that before. You said you was from Savannah, and you said you was from Liberty City or something like that too. You lived in both spots. I bet to say he no Black. Post cash out. Oh yeah, I gotta put that thing up there, man, for real. Let me go and do that. Marquis says you can't criticize Black women. Carla, what's good? Carla, it's always good. Oh man. Schwarzenegger, y'all gotta check Falcon out, man. He has some good topics on his channel, man. And I think a lot more people should be diving into those guys. He says he's Black, man. Falcon, I don't agree with you on that one, man. I don't agree with you. When Lulu Rugg said, I think we should let the Myrons, the Anton Daniels, and the Sets of Red separate themselves from the part of the Black community that's trying to do something constructive. I agree with that right there. I agree with that. But then we have so many people that are, I don't know, that are like kind of lost following them. Like I don't know. Like a lot of people still follow Anton Daniels, and I don't think they should. And then obviously we see we have a lot of Black dudes contributing to this chat and contributing to their money on these little super chats and whatnot. It's tough, man. We do gotta kind of get on one accord. I think that's what it is. Derek says Fresh and Chris sound like their mouth. Hey, Chris do be sound like he got water all in his mouth all the time. Fresh sound like he got a mouth full of like jelly or something like that. I worked 11-hour shifts 6 days a week before my injury. Hey, bro, that's hard work, bro. That's hard work, bro. I went to school. I went to school for what's it called? 3D modeling and animation. I had a job and I boxed. And we know boxing is basically like a third job. Anybody that's ever boxed, bro, you know how it is, bro. You know it ain't nothing that you can just go by the wayside and play little, 1 foot in, 1 foot out kind of stuff. Yeah, exactly. Miss me with that lazy talk. Yeah. Derek said Pound Town is trash. That song is fucking garbage. And then Nicki Minaj featured on it. She featured on it. We got Val checking in with Carla. Let's continue this thing. See, they about to be ending it.
Tenacity can be taught. I feel like work
She's so
ethic
nice
can
about
be
it,
taught.
tenacity.
It's so cute, right? It's so cute.
She doesn't want to say they're fucking lazy.
Look, but my thing is this. My thing
they don't have
is
the
this.
drive that you do. That's fine.
It's the give up mentality. Like my option is not give up ever. I cannot.
Okay.
And some people let that be an option for themselves.
Go ahead.
Again, it's mindset, man.
Yeah.
Can I have a tip?
Perspective.
I keep forgetting my point. I need something to write with.
And I say that with love. I'm never trying to argue or anything.
I don't think so.
All right. So we got them boys. They don't, we heard them talking that jargon right there. We got another ball liquor channel. What did y'all think about that? Well, we know what y'all thought about that, man. Y'all wasn't really rocking with these folks, man. These folks is definitely talking some garbage. Yeah, hey, Lloyd knows the deal, man. Lloyd knows the deal, the drill, man. Any martial art, for sure, man. You're going to be sore every day. That's why, bro, if you ever think about Batman's life in real life, that's so impossible, bro. You sore from think about 1 day of sparring with just maybe one person or two people. But you're Batman, you supposedly fighting goddamn 10 people. That shit is crazy, man. But I mean, I guess that's why you got to suspend belief out here in these comic book streets. Marquis said, Fresh and Fit next episode is going to be about how to make money with animation. We got this page here, Law of Distraction. This is a ball liquor page. And they are, let's see, what do we want to look at here, man? We got Nick Triggers panel on equality and its relation. What y'all thinking, man? Look at these couple options right here and see what y'all think, man. We got Nick Fuentes explains why the nation froze all his bank accounts and citizenship. Panel realizes they're lazy. Immigrants have more opportunities. Nick Triggers panel on equality and its relation to IQ. Panel debates Transformers with Nick Fuentes. Keke Palmer Usher scandal with Myron and all that. We know what he's talking about. Panel talks Hitler with Nick Fuentes. Chris gets his first W. That's crazy. That's only a minute 30 long because Chris goddamn ain't worth nothing. So what do y'all think of race mixing? Nick Fuentes versus Six Flags. Oh, that might be the one because we kind of already went through the whole lazy immigrant and the IQ situation. What do you guys think? Let me see what y'all saying down there. Insane. Not one person was. Hey, they was not prepared at all. They just talking amongst each other. Prisoner says, I used the wrong LOL, and it's not. Right here, man. Bro, Batman getting beat up and then expected to. Yeah, hey, bro, there's no way. You're not going out there night after night, bro. Batman is like a maybe once in a month kind of job, to be honest. You might do that once in a month, and you got to have unlimited resources. Fast Batman fought 10 people, then 5 hours later went, hey, bro, there's no way, bro. And think about all the different shots. Batman's taking shots to the ribs. Batman's taking goddamn concussion shots. Batman's got folks throwing flashbang grenades at him. They shooting him with bullets, all that kind of stuff. Right? Ain't no way. Let's watch Fresh and Fit get. I don't know if they got any more Fresh and Fit rated things that's like recent. Nick be spitting fast though, man. Marquise, no, he don't, man. He be spitting half truths, bro. Forrest McLeod, so what's good, Forrest, man? He don't even be spitting half truths. I think Nick is all disingenuous, to be honest. Why didn't they talk about colleges? And you know what? Also, Victor. So you know, Fresh and Fit are, you know, they're against black women and all. And whenever they say the whole women college is like useless and whatnot, they could have just talked about black women, how they, you know, they go to college a lot. And that would have kind of killed about IQ as well, you know. So I mean, if everybody's going to college and got them, you know, getting their degrees and whatnot, even if they're supposedly useless, I mean, you know, you can't say that it's just laziness out here in these streets. But yeah, man, that's crazy, man. I didn't know that Chinese folks used to be out here cheating and getting to college and whatnot. Crazy. Fresh and Fit is a new ghetto gag. It's ugly. College says they thought they were going to have. Okay. Damn. Painkillers from downtown with another $10. I appreciate you again. I think our community does have that tenacity. It just hits different people in their lives. The best thing I ever did was quit my job and start my own HVAC company. I agree with that too, man. I agree with that. I think sometimes it can be misplaced tenacity, and I also think that it hits in different times of our lives. Like if you think about like some of the things that they were saying, like, you know, maybe you don't have the knowledge of what to do. Now, you know, you're you know, just kind of going through life. But as you go through life, you get that knowledge, you acquire that knowledge, and now you're thinking like, oh, I can go do this. Oh, I can do that. That experience does play a big factor in some of the things that you might end up doing. Yeah, Batman got his back broke, and he came back and somehow beat that man. No way, and he healed from it. We know that's an unhealable thing. Val says, I taught elementary school, kindergarten. I went to graduate school after work, and I had a toddler. My dad worked 3 jobs all through my childhood. I don't. Why they always? Yeah, I agree, man. My mom worked sun up, sun down. My dad worked too, bro. None of that mess. I don't want to hear you. Oh man, the Adam 22 situation, man. You know what? Let's go on and jump into that. Actually, I didn't think about that, man. Adam 22. I'm tired of these little Fresh and Fit jokes, man. Let's go on Adam 22 this guy. Let's do it. Let's see what these guys are out here in these streets, man. Now I don't got that. Put in down. Put in AM. Here we go. Adam 22 out here in these streets, man. He continues cooking, so we got your boy Night Talk, man. Let's see what he's talking about. Because he continues. All right, bro, man. You go and get yourself rest, man. Get yourself some rest, and we'll see you next time, man. I appreciate you as always being in this thing, supporting, man. As always. Cup 22. We got my boy in here, money. Yeah, we got my boy in here. Let's get it. Let's see what he's talking about, though. Bro.
Yo, what the fuck? Yo, bro.
Yo,
Adam!
What up?
I'm on stream.
What's going on, stream? How's everybody doing out there?
Everybody doing good. Hey, we just watched your podcast.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good. How you feeling, bro?
Bro, you just see nigga fuck your bitch, bro. I told you.
No, that was just work, huh?
You said what?
That was just work, you know. That's a day at work, you know.
So you're not like affected by this shit?
Hell no. It's like the best thing that ever happened to me. I wish I thought of this a long time ago, bro.
That ass?
So what do you guys think that Adam is definitely just kind of you know, he's kind of acting like he's less hurt than he really is? Do you guys think he's trying to hop in the way of this to kind of stop some of the crushing that people was going to do to him or whatever? But yeah, what do you guys think? Or do you guys think that Adam's hurt? I think Adam is actually kind of hurt. Like, there's no way any regular sane man would be okay with that, even if that is the profession or whatnot. Like somebody, yeah, she's an entertainer. She's an entertainer. Yeah, that's what they do. They entertain. Bro, that's still not cool, bro. I don't really care who you are. But let me know. Let's get it.
Yeah, man, we're going crazy right now. Like, I had no idea that people were going to be so, like, we only had to turn
hear
the
that pain
a little bit, get a little bit freakier than we were used to getting. And now everybody's, like, fucking enchanted by our relationship. I feel like Blueface and Krishan all of a sudden, but we don't have to fight. We just, you know, let the bodyguard homie beat the shit out of her, you know?
Hey, yo, my man, I got next.
Huh?
Hey, yo, my man, I got next.
You said you want next?
Nah, I said I have a good time with the best. You the best.
All right, yeah. Hey, we doing it. Hey, onlyplugtalk.com. Shut up. Yo, I'm gonna pull up on you when I get back.
Okay, man. So like, all right, gang. All right, have a good night, bro.
I'm trying to process it. I'm like, this is. Well, maybe they concocted this whole plan, you know what I mean, and then ran with this narrative.
I'm seeing a couple comments that they're kind of agreeing with this a little bit. Lloyd says they're a free couple. He likes it. Couples get better. I agree with that. I think that he does like it, but at the same time, he's feeling a little bit of embarrassment because of the way everybody's coming at him. Like, especially his own. Well, I don't know if his crew is actually having the balls to say what they need to say to him. I don't know. Victor says O'Shea just justified and said it was a business move. Yeah. O'Shea. Sometimes O'Shea be O'Shea be on point sometimes, and then other times be like, I don't know about that one, O'Shea. Let's see. Nah, some guys like that. It's not for me, but I have friends who have offered me their wife. That's how some people show love. Everyone is different. I don't know why this is an issue, to be honest. I guess it's just like, I don't know. I guess people just want to pile on to Adam. We know Adam's a weirdo. We've already been on Adam's a weirdo. I think Adam would do more than cuckoldry, if you ask me. I think Adam will go on. He'll do some numbers with Destiny on the low, like you know how Destiny got down, tickling him in the back, you know, balls. But yeah.
And then she get BBC'd, and then you know they just open the floodgates for all this coming through, because outside of that, dog, like I can't even pretend to understand how someone who was totally opposed to having this girl getting dick down, and all of a sudden you just all, you know, hunky-dory because of the money. Because bro, you was already popping. Like I mean, I heard your podcast is like, you know, dumping right now, but you was already popping. Your name was already out there. Lena's name was already out there. Now you're gonna be known as just a fucking professional cook. You're okay with how the world sees you, like, but the world aside, like you wasn't even okay.
Let me with
how you felt about your girl getting piped down, and then just to fucking flip it 180 degrees. And like, hey man, all we had to do was just turn the dial up a little bit on how freaky we get, and the world just upset. No, bro, that's not what the fuck happened, dog. Like, I can't. It blows my mind. But whatever. Like, people gonna do what they gonna do. I'm gonna keep covering this shit and squeeze all the juice out this motherfucking fruit. You know what I mean? Because like it bothers the fuck out of me, bothers the fuck out of y'all, and it's just in front of the world's face right now. So we're gonna keep covering it. So look, you saw how Casanat said, "Hey, I got next," right? I got next, and then you know what I'm saying, he act like he didn't say it, right? So this got out, got cut, got snipped, and reposted, bro. And where is it? Is it on Twitter? Yeah. So look, this is on Twitter. No Jumper posted this, like a snippet from.
Yo, my man, I got next.
See, they posted that, right? And then he act like he didn't. But then Lena the plug, you see what she puts on the damn video? She commented on the video. She say, "What do you think, Adam 22?" And of course, he say, "Whatever you please, Queen." Like it's like they think they trolling. And
where where is this dude Night Talk from? Is he from California? Is he from the South? Because I can't really place his accent. Let's get it.
They would be trolling if Adam really didn't give up, and this was all the fucking ploy. And if that was, kudos to y'all.
So Jay, I just looked him up, and it said it looked like he kind of was on a panel or whatnot. What what is the exact name of the video that I should be looking for? Is like, it's like an exposed video, or is it just like him just being on there, putting up some coonery and buffoonery? And let me know that. Jay Kennedy says, I'm definitely built different, but I said I'm not into it. I just don't judge. SEX means different things, different people. They're consenting adults. Night Talkers from San Diego. Okay. All right. Yeah, he got it. I guess he just, maybe his parents from the South or something. But let's get it.
Pull this shit off flawlessly. If he really don't give a fuck, and if he's really a cook, and he's really into pimping his fucking wife out, and he's like, but like that means the marriage would need to be set up like you just got fresh off your honeymoon and shit to make the whole situation that much more juicier. Like, am I giving him too much benefit of the doubt, or is he simply just trying to lie to himself so much to convince himself that he okay with it? But damn, you gotta be one mentally tough, ain't the fucking word. You gotta be like, you literally have to be like disassociate yourself from your.
I agree, man. And we know Myron. I mean, we know Adam is, he's psychotic. He's a crazy man. We can see how the way he handles his employees on No Jumper. We can just see the things he talks about. The guy's, he's not all there. Some loose. Let's get it.
See, with the way the world is just clowning the fuck out of you, bro. Like, people really, they commit suicide over shit like this. Now, the amount of coverage that you getting being known as the biggest fucking loser in the world, and you just pimping your whole life out for $1 because you want to go viral. Blueface and Krishan, that's what you really gonna do that shit yourself, dog? Like, it has to be. It had to have been pre-planned. It had to have been, because I mean, outside of that, dog, this marriage is over. I mean, you pimped your wife out. There's no longer your fucking girl. You know what I'm saying? If you claimed ownership of that vagina before and now you just relinquishing it because of the bread.
I don't think the marriage is over. These people are two weirdos and they have a different kind of relationship. Like Jay was saying, people look at SEX differently. So I think that these people are okay being able to, they can F whoever they want to F and then just come back and sleep in the same bed and then F each other. And then just be okay. Maybe they'll bring all the people over together and have, an F party or orgy throughout their house, like some real weirdos. And they clean up all that afterwards. But yeah, I don't think it's over for them. I think they're just gonna continue to be a weird couple. It's over for that kid. For that kid they got, that kid gonna have to go to like elite private school, like a Truman Show type of school where all the kids are paid actors to act nice to him and all that kind of stuff, because they about to have it hard. Your mom got plowed by a baby. Daddy is a weirdo, all that kind of stuff. Your dad is a racist, all that. But let's get it.
Like, she's like a conniving ass motherfucker and is old. It don't even matter. It ain't even that deep. I'm not even trying to like go into it that deep. Either they fucking pre-planned it and they duped the fucking world to really be like, I don't give a fuck and y'all care so much, but we really don't fucking care and really be that shit. Or they lying to themselves, dog. But like I said, he got to be one solid mother. Solid word, bro. You got to be a monk in the mental. You got to be monk type mentally to go through the amount of fucking bashing your ass is taking over the internet after seeing your girl get BBC, bro. So then, like I say, Lena the plug up on here talking about what do you think?
That's crazy. So think about it. Like, Adam's a weirdo. So they sat there in the living room and they watched the replay and they did like a film study on how he was destroying his girl from the back and all that. Think about that. That's crazy. And I think also the dude called Adam up and talked about it. And they was talking like regular dudes. So that's even more lame. Let's get it.
Adam and talking about whatever you please, like essentially saying Kai can get off in this bitch too. That's in the comments is crazy. But this is why I wanted to. This is the point of this video, dog. Like, cause it's fucked. I'm trying my best not to cuss. The world is fucked, bro. It's
Van Lee called me out, man. He said Night Talk is from Atlanta, lives in San Diego. You missed it. Hey, that's why I asked. I said, is Night Talk from California or is he from the South? Because he sounds, his accent, I can't really place it in California, but now everybody's saying it makes a lot of sense, man. That boy from Georgia. I guess he's from ATL, Georgia. I don't know. The video was called "Did Myron single-handedly end Fresh and Fit?" A channel. Oh yeah. I did a reaction video on that dude a long time ago. He was talking about like trans people tricking folks on like on dating apps and stuff. I did. Yeah, it was a funny video. I put a skit in that thing too. Yeah, but he ain't respond because he lame. He one of the lame guys. But I guess we'll check that. I don't really want to see what he got to talk about. He be kind of goddamn doing a little coonery sometimes. But let's go and continue this guy over. Maybe we'll dive in there. We'll see.
It's like essentially trying to make it cool to be a cuck. We getting paid off.
It's messing up. Everybody say okay. Yeah, I don't think it's came out. Victor's. I think everybody's kind of waiting on the results to see how bad he did or how dirty did he do it. Did he drag her or did he kind of got down, just make love to her or something? I don't know. He doesn't need the green light. Adam owns no jumper. Lena has her OnlyFans and they share plug talk. Who do you think makes more money currently if they were to split it in percentages? I think Adam actually does, even though because Lena, I didn't know nothing about no Lena until recently. Lena's not nobody that ever populated when I was down bad searching up the hub. So I never even seen no scenes with Lena. So yeah. I think Adam is making more money because no jumper's just a little bit more popular. Derek says you gotta watch the other video Night Talk made before this one. It's way more entertainment. 60. Okay. I don't know. His girlfriend is not my type, so I won't be watching. I don't blame you, bro. I don't blame her. She ain't looking the greatest. She kind of like old, like kind of secret soccer mom, like that secret soccer mom that's trying to get at you a little bit, or the white lady that's trying you at the gym, like you in Buckhead or something like that, and she's like a rich white lady, but she can't really resist it, so she's trying to get at you on the low. She looks like that. Let's get it.
Dudes is out here being gay thinking that it's cool. You out here being trans thinking that it's cool. You got rappers out here with fingernail paint acting like it's cool. You got fucking dudes out here acting gay thinking it is cool, wearing fucking skirts and heels and all types of shit. It's all trendy to be trans, bro. Like motherfuckers really experimenting with their sexuality because it's trendy and it's cool. Like this, I'm glad to see the response of the world call out. But dog, we in such a fucked up time, bro.
Speaking of that, what y'all think about Drake painting his nails? Y'all think that's Drake trying to show us something, or like really trying to be a trendy weirdo that doesn't have a mind of his own?
Like this bro, like when is some shit like this ever can happen? It's like we gotta be a simulation, bro. We gotta be. Somebody press the reset button, dog. This shit is crazy, bro. Oh, I should have done this shit a long time ago, bro. If the world's gonna go crazy like this, bro, come on, man. Because you allow your fucking newly wed ass fucking ass bitch to get plowed, and you're going to continue to do so, acting like you don't give a fuck. Unless you pre-plan this motherfucking shit, you are a genius and you're getting paid for doing something you really want to do. But, bruh, and these comments, dog, these comments on the shit, bro. Whatever you please, queen. Jesus, look at the comments. Jesus Christ, bro. This is getting sadder day by day. They're both on the strongest drug known to man, Clout. Oh, that's a fact. Yeah, y'all got to be trolling at this point because ain't no damn way, bro. That's the mother of your kid too. Like, damn, that's the mother of your child, bro. That's the mother of your kid, dog.
Every now and again when I get on Twitter, I see Adam 22's page in my mentions and whatnot, and he's always saying some like weird, lame kind of. I don't know, like I hate to seem like a racist, like, but it's like like how white dudes play like that though. That's like what they do, like they. Like stuff that like really off the wall stuff is like how they play. Like, you know, like I said, like I've talked about in previous videos, like how they play in the locker room, they slapping on booties and, you know, humping on each other and stuff, and they think that kind of stuff is funny, or grabbing each other's piece. Like that stuff ain't funny. And this is kind of like similar to that in a way. But let's go.
Y'all out here on some goofy shit, bruh. Bro, really pimping her out, dog. Facts. That shit ain't yours, dog. Facts. That's what I think. They are really trying to make out of it. However, you can feel the regret and embarrassment. That's what the fuck I think it is. Like, dog, like how, Sway? How can a man, a husband, a father, a partner sit there and applaud your territory, your domain, your shit is getting plowed, dog, plowed, bro. And then she come back to you and can't even sit on your shit because of the shit he did to you.
Man, that's ugly.
I can't get over it, dog. We're not doing that though, bro. This ain't cool. This ain't ever gonna be cool. This is the softest shit ever. Your manhood is.
All right, I got a question. So I think Van Lee was talking about it. So let's say his girlfriend got took down by somebody on the low. What do you guys think Night Talk's reaction is going to be if that happens? You know, he found out his girl was cheating. Somebody took his girlfriend down, put it through the ringer. What y'all think he's going to be acting like? Let's get it.
Is gone. Your masculinity is gone. Your testosterone is depleted. Y'all, you was the biggest definition of a bitch. You a paid bitch, bro. That's a scum of the fucking earth, dog. Don't fucking need. It's literally the most viral thing on earth right now. But see, that is a sign. That is a sign that masculinity is fucking needed. It's still sought after. It's still the shit, right? Because the whole world is upset that you let your bitch get plowed, dog. You would think that would be cool today and age. Because everybody's so fucking soft, especially all these fucking weird ass men out here. I'm glad to see the world stood up, had enough, let that dick swing. Like, nah, we ain't doing that shit, bro. You gone, dog. You lost. Trash. Can't come back from that.
He is a little bit worked up, as if like Adam was his friend or somebody he looked up to, and now he's disappointed. Yeah, I agree, Jay. I agree. He's a little extra worked up. It's like I understand it being something that's super outlandish that none of us agree with, but the way he's acting like, yeah, you trash, man, you trash. Like, you know, he looked up to Adam or something like, yeah, I'm gonna run my business like Adam, and now he's seeing how Adam lets his girl get destroyed and whatnot. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end it right there, man. I appreciate all y'all jumping in and chiming in and saying what you said and the super chats and all that. I always appreciate y'all, man, all the time, for real, always, man. We got a couple more comments, man. Bro, DJ Academics is talking about setting up a watch. Ooh, oh man, he's kidding. Yeah, he's definitely kicking it to the curb. You're right. He's kicking it to the curb. I just asked it just to see what y'all think. If y'all had like some detailed thing y'all think he would do about it, but yeah, he's definitely kicking his girl to the curb. That's ugly. Also, I guess like now that we're live, think about it with the whole Keke Palmer thing. If you're a man sitting at the house and you see your girl on the the awards or whatever, kind of singing to Usher or whatnot, how would you feel about that? Would you think that it's time to kick her to the curb, or do you guys think that you'll stick around and be like, well, they're entertainers? What do you guys think, man? But yeah, I appreciate y'all, man. Yeah, man, appreciate it. Jay Kennedy, Derek, man, always win, lose, or rub. Everybody. Yeah, man, we're gonna go and end it right there, man. We're gonna definitely jump into some other topics later, man. I gotta definitely get my live game consistent so I can keep talking with y'all, man. I enjoy talking with y'all, man. But yeah, everybody have a great day. Great week if I don't see y'all again until next time. And yeah, let's get it. But yeah, I'll see y'all.